Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to come back with an update on the Shay's World Savings Challenge. And I just wanted to report to you all that this is it's been very difficult, but I wanted to let you know what my challenges are in trying to complete this challenge. So it's not about it's not about being able to afford to do the challenge. For me, these are some of the things that I'm running into. One, I'm just not a person who carries a lot of cash, and I tried to download the Digi app that Shay mentioned, but for some reason I downloaded the app, and then you have to connect your bank, and stuff like that. I'm with a credit union, and the credit union wasn't listed. I have a second account for my business, and it kept saying that it wasn't able to connect my account, even though it's a very popular bank. It was saying that like the bank wouldn't authorize them to connect and stuff like that. And so two things about that one, that was a red flag for me. It made me feel very uncomfortable. And then the second thing is I don't usually have that issue with my bank when I'm dealing with stuff like this. So I'm not really sure what that was about. So I wasn't able to use the Digi app. So I had to go forward with one of the cash challenges that she put out there. So I decided to do the dollar challenge. That was easy, and I didn't think I would have as much trouble as I'm having right now trying to complete the challenge. So anyway, that first one, I just don't carry cash. So what I was trying to do was remember to go by, because I don't drive into the office every day. That's my second challenge. My credit union, there is one not that far from my house, but it's really out of the way because I don't go that way for any reason. So I would have to intentionally drive over to the credit union and get cash out of the bank. So because of the fact that I didn't want to do that, because I work from home, all except maybe 1 or 2 days out of the week, I said when I go into the office, there's an ATM that's right by the cafe in the building that I work in. So it was nothing for me because I passed by going to the restroom and everything. So, but the problem was I was on vacation for a week, and I wasn't going into the office. And then when I did go into the office before I went on vacation, I did make purchases and things like that. But here's the third challenge that I ran into. A lot of people didn't want to give you change. Their whole thing was, if you could pay with a debit card, credit card, if you could have exact change and stuff like that. That's kind of the direction things are going with the COVID, because they don't want to have to, what they call it, hands-free, touch-free, whatever it is. They don't want to have to interact with you too much. So for me to give them cash and then them to have to give me change is one thing, but for me to give them cash and ask them specifically to give me ones and all that kind of stuff, that just became a problem. So several places I went to, they wanted you to pay with exactly what your purchase is, or as close as you can get it, because they didn't want to have to try to worry about cash. And then there's a lot of places that's not really dealing with cash, because like I know the cafe where I work, in the building where I work, for a little while they weren't even accepting cash. You either pay with your account, because we have an account that we can swipe our badge, or you pay with your bank card. And so they not too long ago started accepting cash again. And so I know a lot of it has to do with handling the money and interacting with the customer. So with all of that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and abandon the challenge. Not because I don't feel like I can complete the challenge, but I think that it would take me a really long time trying to figure this out in order for me to be able to have the ones. Because this is 10, I think it's 10. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, this is 10 $1 bills. Well, I didn't film a video, and I've had this for a while, because what envelope am I going to put it in? So if I broke it down and I used, if I broke it down and I put it in the 5 envelope, I would have $5 left. I only have 1 5 envelope. So that didn't make any sense to me. So I said, well, if I put it in a 10 envelope, then that completes that video. So all I'm going to do is put the $10 in the envelope, and then for the purpose of the video, just stick it back in there, and then that's it. So because what you saw was like when Shay did her challenge, she was able to like fill several envelopes and stuff like that. And so I'm just not able to get cash in hand enough ones to make a video long enough for you to see me doing the savings challenge. So sorry, Shay, but this has really been a struggle, and I really thought long and hard about this decision. And it's not that I don't want to do it, it's just that, again, in this digital age, you know, all of my money is not in one place, but it's not cash. I have to remind myself just on a normal basis to go to the ATM to get cash out sometimes when my husband needs it. Because other than that, I really just don't carry it. I got out of carrying cash a long time ago. So I want to do it, but I just don't understand how it's possible. I will tell you that if I can come up with a different plan, I'll revisit this whole challenge and then start over from the beginning. So that's what makes sense to me. But we're going to call this challenge a fail. Shay, I gave it a shot. I put the envelopes together. I'm going to leave the envelopes as is, because if I figure out how to do this and actually be able to complete it, then I'll just use the same envelopes that I have now. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I do appreciate Shay, calling me out on this challenge, and it's definitely something that it makes sense, to me to do. But if any of you out there have the opportunity to go ahead and participate in this challenge, I would definitely advise you to do it, because I think it is a good cause. I think that it brings home a lot of good saving habits, and so I just think that it makes sense, to try this, if nothing else, but just to be able to say that you can complete it. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today, and as always, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.